Roughly '07 era J Feather by Jayco here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, model 23B. Very, very popular model, continues to be a bestseller to this day. It's something that we still feature here at Haylett's. I put these videos together to try to give you the best possible idea and information about the shape, condition, and history of an RV before you ever pick up the phone, before you ever make the drive to our dealership. So I want to point out things like the fact that unfortunately in this upper corner here there was a small seam failure at some point that did result in some water penetration. The folks generally took pretty good care of this RV. That slipped by them. They repaired it quickly. Unfortunately the water had made it in. I'm going to point that out a little more in depth when we get inside, but I want you to understand, we're not hiding this stuff from you. That's bad news. That's the kind of stuff that is going to scare a lot of people off. I'm not ducking that information. I'm acknowledging it readily because we take that stuff into account. When we price this camper, this is not priced as though it were brand spanking new. We look at a rough book value and then we've scaled it down accordingly because it is not in perfect shape. Other than that one defect, it really is in good condition though. You look at your bed ends, your canvas or your tent material, whatever you want to call it, which strangely neither word accurately represents what's used anymore. But it's all in clean shape. Everywhere you see fiberglass, this is 100% laminated. So it is very strong. It is very lightweight. This is a SUV towable camper. You don't even necessarily need a bigger truck, provided you have the proper SUV, of course. But I mean, look at the shine on the skin. You can still see reflections off of the skin. This has been very well managed. You can see the decals are not peeling, are not faded. Unfortunately, it did have that one seam failure. Let's go ahead and just jump right inside and get the elephant out of the room real quick, because I am well aware that this is the type of thing that could very easily be like a, pardon me, a make or break situation for folks. And I get that, I respect that. That's why I'm talking about it. If you look up here, this is perfectly solid. You get over here and you can see there is an area where there's been some penetration. It's still not bad though. Like I said, it's not major, it's not molding, it's not terrible, but it is there. You deserve to know about it, and I think at this point I've done a fairly accurate and sufficient job of pointing it out. So hopefully you understand. If that is a disqualifying factor for you, not a problem. I totally understand, I really do. But do understand that if you see something else we have in stock, you can shop with confidence from our dealership because we don't hide things from you. That's just not the type of business we do. So the 23B, again, lightweight. What's sweet is we're only towing 23 foot of camper, but we get 30 foot when we get to our destination because we have a front king and a rear queen bed that are not on the floor space. They're off the floor space. They're giving us extra room in here. Not to mention the fact we have just a nice little 18-inch deep sofa slide out. Really opens up the walking space in here, so when it's a rainy day and you're stuck inside, this is a sweet camper. It's easy to tow because it's shorter, it's lighter, it's easy to change lanes, it's easy to park. It's also easy to camp in because it does open up to be quite large. And again, even though this thing has been used quite a bit, it is in good shape. It is in really good shape. You can be very violent with this thing and it holds together good. I did notice this shade here is a little loose. You can see that it kind of doesn't quite catch. It does need to be restrung. Again, I'm being super nitpicky and I'm pointing out little stuff that a lot of people wouldn't even realize when they bought a camper. I'm pointing everything I can out to you so you know exactly what you'd be looking at here at our dealership. This does have a big folding leg table I've just kind of tossed up on the bed to sort of demonstrate that it can go anywhere. You can put this thing anywhere. And speaking of the beds, these are in really good shape still. There is tons of life left in that. The big drawer down here is an extra little space that a lot of similar models don't have. I did spot all the original owner's manuals and things down here, along with a couple bunk fan lights. Those are very, very handy things for a hybrid. You don't get a lot of air exchange in these bed ends, but that little fan helps circulate air in there that comes down from your air conditioner, and it is so nice. It really does make a world of difference. You also get big cross breeze windows in Jayco's here, and along with that, as you saw previously, we do have pleated night shades instead of just metal blinds. They are going to work very nicely. The entertainment center did not used to be the focal point of many RVs because people went camping versus RVing, and I think you kind of get that there is a difference the way that I phrase that. However, if you do want to add a TV, you've got a nice little stand right here to do it with all your hookups. Down here you have your power slide button, not a manual slide as you'll find in a lot of cheaper lightweights. Your water heater controls are also right here. Gas and electric and auto ignition on the gas side. A lot of hybrid campers only have a gas water heater that sometimes you do still have to light manually. Jayco's always been willing to go above and beyond. This is what I call the husband equalizer, because when he gets out of shape, wives, you grab this, you smack him, and he'll get back in line. Never mind that I said that, husbands, just keep ignoring me. Anyway, moving on. Good storage in here. That's the best part about the 23B, and that is why it's such a good seller. The sheer quantity of storage space in here is amazing. Now, what's interesting is the little plastic tote drawer system that you're seeing right here. This is something that used to be hyper popular, and it phased out of production. And you're actually starting to see it come back into the mainstream now, because it really is a highly awesome functioning feature. It may not necessarily look fancy, but again, remember, we are doing a little bit of camping in a small little hybrid camper. It's not. This is not the the Ritz-Carlton hotel, guys. You know, this is a very functional item. It's waterproof. It's lightweight. It's durable. You can use it inside, outside, anything. You can do anything you want with it. Little detail stuff too, like these overhead doors. They have, well, geez, the struts are still good on them. It's fighting me to keep it closed, but it also will keep it open, you see. So you don't have to hold it open with your head. Now again, talking back on storage, we have basically a floor-to-ceiling pantry here. Here's door number 1 with door number 2 below. You know, this camper can easily sleep 6 or 8 people. It can also feed and hold the stuff for 6 to 8 people. And this huge, huge closet back here. We have a massive double door closet, just allowing for tons of storage space. That right here, what we're looking at in the frame right now, this big closet section is the thing that really makes this 23B so super popular. So we have a front king bed, like I said, rear queen. These panels, by the way, you can zip down to get some breeze back here if you are looking for that. Again, you can hook up the little bunk fans and do that too. The refrigerator. Usually in a hybrid, in these dollars, you're going to get a single door 5 cubic foot fridge. This is a double door separate fridge and freezer 6 cubic foot. Nicer stuff. That trend continues here in the bathroom, where we have a full-size Create-A-Breeze fan, not the little plastic fan. Basically, this thing just pushes way more air. Especially if you open some of those hybrid bed ends, those little zip-down panels, and turn that fan on, you get a 6-mile-an-hour breeze in here. It works really well. Aftermarket shower head, I just noticed that. Nice. Now notice too that you get the power fan and a skylight instead of the power fan above the shower, where a lot of manufacturers try to save money and cheat. They also are, you're looking at that big white paneling in the shower. That is there to protect the shower walls from the water that sprays off your body while you bathe. Classic Jayco's also had a little bit bigger shower pans. They were deeper in case you had a little kid that needed a bath and not a shower. And that is something that in recent years has again gone to the wayside, but something that I do miss. So like I said, it does have one bit of history, but really, it's not affecting the use of this camper. It doesn't smell like mold in here. They didn't have pets. They didn't smoke. This has been a well-kept piece. They had one item that really is essentially cosmetic, because it's not hurting the use of this trailer. Because it's there though, you're going to get a really good deal. If you're a first timer or you're upgrading from a pop-up, holy cow, this is a really good opportunity for you. You know, give us a call, learn a little bit more. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping.